Hello and good evening. This is Dave from UPass doing a bit of a Wednesday night live stream. It's nearly 8:15 in the UK. 10th of the 8th, 22. Okay, I've had a few days off from live stream. And I today got a bit sick of chasing the CNC spindle around with a vacuum hose. So, long awaited clamp needed to clamp the hose to the spindle. Okay. Also a bit of chat and show you some. I tell you what, let's show you example of a fail. Do you want to see an example of a fail? Go on then. Right, here we go. Right, so I wanted to laser cut a carousel in layers, so I didn't have to mill too much waste, so just cutting out. Anyway, I ended up with some of this. I got some of this white opaque plastic sheet. So I designed it around the size I'd got. But it turns out it's far too, what shall I say? It's the kind of stuff that you'd probably injection mold or you'd heat press it or something to shape. It's too soft to mill, if you know what I mean. This is what I managed to sort out. I put a temporary fix in it. It's you can't see it, but it's too frayed. There's bits sticking off it, and there's a lot of work to do to tidy it up. And it melts basically. It starts to melt. It just melts. So this was a fail. So whenever you mill anything out, don't try to make it out of this soft stuff. It's not good. You want polycarbonate, really. This stuff, I don't know what it is. I didn't buy it. I bought it. I bought it as a lot. Didn't know what it was. It's not really of any use, really. I don't know why. I suppose it might be alright if it was laser cut. So I did it on the CNC. Now this stuff, I definitely wouldn't. You need to probably laser cut it. So I don't know if it would set on fire or not. Anyway, that was a fail. So a waste of material there. If you saw my last live stream, I tell you what. Let me just quickly load it up, and you can see. Yeah, this is the design, and it was based off. Now, is that the actual? Can't remember now. Yeah. So let me just make sure. Now that's it. Right. So this is the design. I changed it. It wasn't to replace the one I did earlier. Which was this one. Hang on. Let's just quickly go over to different view. Yeah. So it wasn't to replace this one. This is the one I've been working on for weeks. I still like this one. It's a heavy thing. And a lot of money's worth of material if you had to buy it new. It's about 12 mil polycarbonate in about 250 by 250. 12 mil thick. You're probably looking at about £7 to £12 just for a sheet. So there's a bit of money's worth there, but I didn't pay that because I bought the sheets as scrap. Okay, so anyway, just talking about that one on a tangent, I have actually got hold of the piece of rubber I told you about last time. Right, so there's a bit of rubber here. Now this is, you can't see much, it's a bit of magnetic rubber. It's like signage. It's magnetic one side, they told me. Hang on. Is it? Yeah. It's quite good actually. See there? There's a washer. Look, you can put the washer and it just sticks to it. So it's pretty good. Apparently, it only sticks one side. Let me just try it this side. Yeah, it doesn't actually stick that side, so that's good. So I can lie this on top of there. So what I've got to do is laser cut this out into a circle, or the shape of the carousel. I don't know yet. And either spray adhesive or something, or just rest it on top. So I've got that to mill out into a circle, and don't know whether surface mount bits will stick to it. Anyway, there's that. I suppose there is some metal. Not sure. I'd have to try some surface mount bits, but anyway, I just needed rubber mat. So rather than just rubber mat, it's magnetic as well. So you can stop things, if they are metal, they will stick to it. Yeah. Okay, so there's that. So going back to this design, this one was designed to be laser cut and no milling apart from milling straight through. And they're 5mm sheets. And I changed the design of the handle slightly, and I made the access so you just got to access through it and down in. This was a slightly smaller thing. What we got? Let's have a look here. 220 instead of being 240, it's 220, and the height is 2700. But I haven't actually. Oh yeah. This was designed to be as minimalistic as possible. So you've just got a base layer, which just happens to be the top layer as well. Okay. And you can see it spread out the ball bearing indents as well. And you just got two different layers basically, and this is designed to be laser cut. So there's no you don't mill out the pockets or anything. You cut them straight out, and you just place that on top of there. So let's have a look over here. Yeah, so these are they're in two lots actually. This one, they come as a group. So if I go into that one, you'll see like it's got a base layer and two upper layers. So the cutouts here are the pockets. But like I said, I tried to make it out of this. I don't even know what I've done with it now. Yeah, there it is. Tried to make it out of this soft stuff. No good at all. Yeah, gotta be careful with that. Anyway, so I will make another one of those out of some clear polycarbonate. But it's not to replace the other one. It's just an alternative way of making one. Without bearings, without anything. Anyway, I told you about that last time. So anyway, let's get back to today. Other project, the call station. Don't forget, we haven't forgot the call station yet. The UPass ESP32 intercom call station. We haven't forgot that one. So I've got some extra wood for that now, and I've got a guy going to get me some mahogany next Sunday, if he can. An offcut of mahogany to build this one. So if you haven't seen that one, let's get the let's go 3D X-ray. Sorry. Yeah. So this is the one that I'm going to be building very soon. I just had a bit of a break while I've been working on the carousel. Giving mind a rest for a bit. So as soon as I finish my carousel out and my clamp, right, we'll get back onto that. So today, what I'm going to make is this. I designed this morning. This is a spindle clamp. It's going to be made out of clear polycarbonate 12mm. I've got a piece left over from making the carousel. Hopefully it's enough. Let me just measure that between there and there. What we got? 89.5 mil. Okay, and we need a piece 140 mil. So 90 by 140 mil. Let's just get rid of this. I hope the piece of that made the carousel out of is still gonna fit. By the way, that magnetic rubber sheet, it comes rolled up, and you have to leave it for a few hours or half a day to uncurl itself, if you know what I mean. Right, so let's just move a bit of that. So that's going to be. Hang on, let's get you on to another view a minute. Yeah, this piece is gonna went a bit wrong, as you can see. Excuse me. So that's gonna have to just be for scrap, that is, all testing stuff. That piece there, let's just show you a minute. Right. Okay, now this piece here, this is what's left out of the carousel. 2 layers of the carousel. I was hoping this middle bit would be wide enough, actually, to do that last bit. What have I got here? What have I got here? Oh, it's an Adafruit ruler. Yeah. Right, anyway, so let's have a look. So I've got. I need. It's. We said it was 90 mil across. Hang on, you can't see it. Let's get back to the other one. Right. Yes, 90. I'm pointing to it. We need the mouse. From there to there, it's about 90 mil. 140 mil from there to there. Now, on this piece here, what have I got here? Let's have a quick measure. Have I got 90 mil? Well, just about got 90 mil there. The smallest bit is 75. Well, the one end, and this end is 65. So let's just have a quick look at that. So 90 mil the one end, 65. Right, and then we've got, and this bit is what we got here, 60. So I'm just trying to see if I can get it out of this bit. So I've got 60 there. Yeah, I might be able to make it out of that bit. Yeah, I think I'll give that a go. Alright, it's going to be that way up, so I'm going to have to clamp that in the thing. I've got another piece as well. If it goes wrong, I'd rather do it out that bit. I've got another bit here. 2 bits. Both from the cutout. That's different material, isn't it? I never noticed they are two different materials. One's, or is it? No, maybe wrong. No, they're both the same, apart from the thickness. Anyway, let's get rid of that one out of the way a minute. Now today I just want to mill that out. I just want to make myself a piece. So that's gonna. Oh, I've got another bit of this. I've got lots of bits of plastic here. That was the top layer I milled out for the carousel. The scrap bit that's left over. Alright, I'm gonna have to find some more plastic pretty soon. Right, so I'll put that down there. I'll clamp that down, and I've already created the G code for it this morning, but I ran out of time, and I had about 10 or 12 minutes left to go to work, so didn't have time to mill it. But let's have a look online and have a look at this. There it is. No, that's the one. That's the one there. Sorry, yeah. Is that doing anything? Yeah, here we are. So there's the G code. Well, representation of the tool path, really, rather than the G code. But yeah, there is the G code there. This is a representation of the tool path. So, see how many passes it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 passes. That's quite a lot. 15 passes. Why is it 15 passes? Probably I told it to do 120%. I told it to go 120% inside outside overcut, so past the point of the thickness of the material. It's 12mm and we got 2.8 bit diameter, and we're doing multi-pass depth 1mm at a time. Okay, 1mm at a time. It is polycarbonate after all. Okay. How many did you say it was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so that makes sense. 120%. So it's doing an extra few. So I don't want to deal with the bottom edge not milling enough. Sometimes if it make it exact size, it'll mill it, and if your tabletop or your spoil board is slightly uneven, you'll get a bit that hasn't cut out. I don't really want to do that. I'd rather it cut slightly into the spoil board, but I will have to hold on to this. That's the only problem. I'll have to slow down the last couple of cuts physically on the CNC, the milling software, Mac 3. Okay, so back to this one. Yeah, so I made this, I just did it with two circles, and I've gone oversized, so the spindle size, the spindle size is 65 mil. I'll give it 1/2 mil of clearance. Okay, and my Henry Hoover vacuum cleaner is 36 mil. I've got an extra 1/2 mil on that. So the idea, what I'm going to do, mill out this, and I'll have to manually get a drill and drill bit and drill through there, sideways on, and there. What I'll do is I'll drill it with one side so far and so far, so I can get a nut and hide the head and nut in there. Same with here. Then I'll drill a small hole to go all the way through, and you won't have to tighten it too tight. So just a little bit gives me a bit of clearance. The 2.8 mil bit will mill around there. So let's have a look. 3.52. Yeah, so it's going to be a 3.5 mil gap either side, which gives me a little bit of leeway to clamp it up. Hopefully it won't snap. It's got to be quite a close tolerance to the size, because you don't want to be bending this too much. So wish me luck. Anyway, right. So we've already got the G code for it. So all I need to do now is go over to the CNC, which is behind me. I haven't got the camera set up, so it's just that camera. Gonna have to look over it. Right, so I'm gonna have to swap over positions. The mic's gonna have to spin round. You're gonna have to see me sideways on for a bit. Right, let's switch on some stuff. Switch on the CNC. Okay, and run the Mac 3 software. You can't see the software yet. Okay, I'm just gonna. When you first switch on your CNC, you get your stepper motors start to spin a bit. They start to hiss. So you have to just go through all the motions just to stop them hissing. Still got the 2.8 mil bit on from the other day. Right, so what I'll do now is I've got to position this over here. I need to get that. That's okay there. So, yeah, I was milling some thinner stuff, so I've got to just adjust these clamps a little bit. Okay, bring that in line with the edge of that. That's not too bad. And this one. Yeah, so I'm just making myself a clamp. With the spindles here, it'll sit around this. Loads of people have made one, but I've never bothered to make one. But when it's milling, if you start doing production or small runs, it's alright for a prototype. You can just hold the vacuum cleaner around, and just get up the bits with the vacuum cleaner. But if you're doing a few and you want to get on with something else on your computer, you don't really want to keep following it's dangerous as well if you're not looking at it, because that spindle could pass over your hand if you're not careful. So you want to basically just keep your hands away from it, really. That's what you want to do. Right, I'm just trying to clamp this up. Yeah, it's getting there slowly. Right. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm just trying to use this scrap up, really, to get rid of this scrap material. Right, that's going to be awkward there. Okay. Go for that, can't I? Right, there. And yeah, and the longer you leave it without pressing your reset, stepper motors start to hiss again. So they must get a spurious signal off somewhere. So basically, you've got to leave your pressure reset or your stop button while you're messing around. You leave it engaged. It's just gonna hiss after a while. I don't know if anyone else gets that problem. Alright. Getting there slowly. Yeah. Yeah, I've got some designs to show you as well. I haven't shown you yet. Some of my I've got a guitar pedal, Holy Guitar pedal board I made. Got a bit of home recording studio, so I made a pedal board, and I got a guitar hangers I've made, and some business card holders, pick box, business card brochure holder, all sorts of stuff. Anyway, just gonna tighten this up. You can't really see a lot, but yeah, it's only me tightening stuff up at the minute. Okay. Yeah, so when I've got this on, I'll be able to do the cowl for the audio video intercom. I need to make 3 cowls. Let's see if that's okay. If you can wobble the whole thing without the piece moving, you're okay. Yeah, I've got to make 3 cowls. One for, well, two call stations for outside, and 1 reception, or 2 reception and 1 external. But they're all the same thing. They're exactly the same thing, but they're programmed in different ways. Right, I've got to transfer over the G code now. Just put a pen. I'm still on the pen stick. Still on the pen drive method. Alright, it always says that there's a problem with your drive. Never is a problem with the drive though. I've seen that again today on someone's totally different system. Right, so I'll go into here. Go down to SketchUp, and there it is. That was done at 07:42 this morning, that was. So that'll do, so I'll copy that onto the memory stick. Yeah. Done. Right, okie dokie. Right, I mean, you can't see this bit. Just that way. There's a little Dell square monitor with an old Dell PC running Windows XP. It's not connected to the internet, although it has got a wireless card. But yeah, don't really. It's only to use the Mac 3 software on, really. That's the only reason I have it there. Right, let me just get over to this. Okay, where are we? There it is. Spindle clamp for vacuum. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Right, I'm going to bring the spindle over somewhere to where we need it. Yeah, it makes a noise. So I've got to be careful because I haven't set the, I haven't done a homing position on it for a while. I've added the homing limits, X, Y, and Z home position limits. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll show you that. You have not seen that, have you? Let me just, let's just reference all home. Ready? I'll keep my head out of the way. Right, so ref all home. Here we go. Right, so this is going to go. Hopefully all the switches are working. I'll keep out the way while you have a look. Hello, testing, 1, 2. Yeah, I'm mad, I know. So basically, it's just going to go at slow speed. I normally get it near the limits to speed up the process. But it's going to bump into just over here. Just here, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little micro switch. We need tightening actually, so it should bump into this bit here. Hopefully, let's have a look. Yeah, it bumps into it, stops, and then it goes to the next piece. It's already done the Z axis, and it's now done the Y, and now it's now doing the X. It's completed the Y axis, now it's doing the X. And this basically just stops it depending on where you load your material, set your soft coordinates. Right, that's finished. So that's referenced all home. If I click on machine coordinates, they're all on 0 now. Take machine coordinates off. It'll go wherever I set the soft coordinates. So I need to come back over. Oh, you can't see that. So yeah, it will go right to the end of the CNC. Let's get it back over here. But if I keep going right now to the end of the X. Ah, didn't stop then. Is that? Didn't slow down then. Then why didn't it not slow down? I've got a broken wire. That was supposed to slow down then and stop before it. Yeah, anyway, you see why you need to do it. I've not checked that for a while. It basically prevents. I know why it did it. I've got my soft limits switched off. Right, I won't do anything. I'll bring it back over again. If you keep on going, you'll break there's couplers in this that holds the stepper motor shafts to the ball screws. See that? You can't see it. Hang on. Let's try again. It slows down on its own. Look. Yeah. And I had my soft limit switched off, so that's a trap for young players. Don't have your soft limit switched off. Anyway, that's okay for now. Right, I'm going to just go right over. Now that's a bit sticking up there, that is. I could do with this being flipped round, really. The problem I got is I got three clamps on the table. 1, 2, and 3 around here. And the material, I don't know if you can see it's sticking up. It might not matter, but because it's sticking up, it's going to cut it a bit on the. It might start vibrating. I need to cut this end, but my G code on here, it's set the wrong way around. You see, I could do spin it 180, and then it'll work out. But tell you what, I'll leave it as it is. I'll leave it as it is. Right, here we go. So I need to get this end as far as I can over there. Right, so I'm at the end of that fold in the scrap. Yeah, it needs to go. Yeah, it needs to start from below there, but then it needs to encompass it. Easier said than done, yeah. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll reference the Y to 0 and I'll see how far I can go across before it gets to the end of the material. Right, 111. So if I go down to sort of halfway, 56. It's a bit, because it's a funny shape, bit of scrap material. It's not square, it's awkward to work it out. But I could measure it. Hang on, let's just measure it. Let's measure from the start, well, from the start of there to the middle. What's that, 42? 42 roughly. As long as I've got 42 to the centre, which I probably have. And I start about there. So that big bit is going to be the wide bit. I'm trying to match this bit up with this wide bit here. So I need to go back a bit further, so let's go back a bit further. Back a bit further. It's a bit trial and error really. It's easy when you're just got a square bit to familiar from. So that needs to be 44 mil. So about 44 mil to there. Okay. Right, so I'm going to say that. I'm going to raise the Z up and set the Z to so it's going to be milling in free space. This is purely so I can test it. I'll set the Y. The Y. Let's come back a bit on the Y. Yeah. A bit more about there. Right. Okay, so I can regenerate the toolpath. Pity you can't see this screen really. Anyway. Right, I'm just going to run it without the spindle running. So cycle start. Here we go. Let's see what it does. As long as it stays over the material. Alright, what's that doing? That's not right. Hang on. Why is my feed rate really low? 124. Something went wrong with my G code. Hang on. Right. Is it because I didn't put a decimal place? 124. Right, now that should have been not 124, it should have been any 124. That should have been that much, yeah, that's why. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get the memory stick out again. Hang on. Oh dear. Anyway, I've had a hell of a week this week at work. I've been constantly driving from start to stop. No lunch break. And so for 3 days on the run, no lunch break. Not much. Just loads of jobs to get around to. Yeah, so that's probably why that went wrong. Hang on. Yeah, that's why it was slow. Okay, yeah, that'll do. Everything else is good, so I just need to just generate that G code again. There we go. Overwrite it. Job done. Okay. Have a quick browse in here to make sure I haven't gone tits up. There we go. Yeah, it's the same thing, but it doesn't show this speed, does it? Right, that'll be it. Okay. Right, pen drive out again. Sorry about all the beeps. Anyway. Right, here we go. Load it back up again. So it's the same tool path, but different speed, yeah. There we go. Okay, almost the same. So let's go to Z. Hang on. Go to Z. Regenerate toolpath. Let cycle start. Okay, and it should go at not the fastest, but at a nice speed to get the accurate shape. Ah, it's doing the slow again. Do you know something? I just did something silly, didn't I? You know what I did? You know, she watched it last time. I didn't copy it to the pen drive. I only saved it over top of the old temporary location there. Oh dear, it's too late. I've been to work all day in the sun, so you got to give me a bit of leeway, surely. Right, anyway, so there it is, 2047. Copy that to the pen drive. Overwrite, replace the destination. Yeah, done. There you go. Not everyone is infallible, especially after being out in the sun, being roasted in the sun. In the UK, it's the summer and we're on a heat wave, so yeah, one of them. Right, here we go. Try again. Okay, hope that's done it. Go to Z, regenerate the toolpath. You can't see, my head's in the way. Right, cycle start. Let's see what that should be fast this time. Yeah, that's fast. I'm just watching it now, see if I've got enough material to go around. It's cutting around the hose. And back out, and then round the sides. I think I might just... No. I saw it then cut across a gap, so... What I'll do is I'll watch it again in a minute. See if I can bring it back down. Right, I might just be able to do it. Okay, so I'll stop that. I'll take it back to Z. Sorry, take it back to... Go to Z on X, Y, and Z. I'm going to go across a bit. And down a bit. Hopefully that will be... I'll just... try it again. Rewind. Regenerate the toolpath and cycle start. Don't forget I'm too high at the minute on purpose because I'm having a trial run in free space. I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't... It's got enough material on the scrap bit without going over the where I've already cut. That's looking better. That's almost following that bend. I think that'll do it. I think it'll do it, yeah. Tell you what, we'll go for that. Right. Okay, so I'll just stop that. Go back to Z. Right, I need to come over a bit. I need to come down over here and just touch down the... Slowly spin the milling bit just to touch the... Yeah, that'll be okay. It's just touching and it's pushing the workpiece down because I haven't got it clamped down brilliantly. That should be enough, I would have thought. Right, so I'm gonna... I've just messed up. Just messed up there. I've reset the X and Y as well as the Z. Right, hang on. So the Z's okay, but I need to get it back over here to start it. Right, I need to get it back to where it was to start it, didn't I? I've messed that up a bit. Right, I'll have to do it all again, sorry. Right, regenerate the toolpath. Cycle start, not to go a bit higher. Right, here we go. Rewind, regenerate, and cycle start. It's the trouble if you click the wrong ones. There's no... On this Mac 3, there isn't an undo option. Right, I've just got to get my head in the way now. Getting thirsty now. But I've got just a cheap bit of cider left. Right. Let's just have a look. All this just to put a clamp on your spindle. You probably buy them. Might need to move it slightly. Yeah, I can see we're a bit too far over. Right, so stop that. Go to Z. I need to just do a few change. You don't have this problem if you've got a new piece of. So I'll come over a bit. Right, and back that way a bit. Is it that way? Yeah. Right, let's try that. So I'm just zeroing out the X and Y, regenerate a toolpath, rewind, and then cycle start. It always retracts above, I don't know why. Suppose it gives you a chance to change your bit. That's within the one side. I'm just trying to use the scrap up. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Just make sure. It's playing a tune. Do 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 do. Yeah, that's going to work. I'll go back to Z. I'm just going to move it back a very tiny touch. That's it. Right, I'm going to set that there. Now I'm going to come over and set the height, the top of the material, sort of midway. Yeah, about there. Okay, just the Z. Okay, lift it up. Regenerate the toolpath. Rewind. Go to Z. Right, it's not touching it's touching the piece and pushing it down onto the spoil board. So when I start it up, I'm gonna have to back it up a tiny bit. Right, I plugged the spindle in now. I haven't got the spindle plugged in yet. So spindle in, that inverter should come on in a few seconds. Been 43 minutes already. Done no talking yet. Anyway, here, I'm just gonna have a drink of this. Hopefully this will be the last time I have to chase the spindle around with a vacuum. There's the vacuum. So as I cut this one, this should be the last one I have to chase around. Yeah. Okay. Here goes nothing. Vacuum on. Spindle on. Spindle's on. I'll hold the vacuum. This is what I have to do. I have to hold the vacuum on and follow it around. So hopefully we're spinning. I don't know whether I need to spin. I might need to. I'm going to increase the spindle speed a bit. My spindle speed's up a bit because I slowed it down. Right, here goes nothing then. Ready? Here we go. I'll keep out the way. Cycle start. You have to get ready. If it starts to make a noise and starts to grind or go too fast. Here it goes. It's quite fast, really. Should be alright, though. See, you can see me trying to catch all the bits. I can already see we're slightly over It makes the right mess. And it smells. I forgot to put the extractor fan on. You can smell the plastic as well. Well, okay. It's a nightmare. Yeah, I've got a little bit of my clamp. It's not cutting. There'll be a little gap, but it shouldn't matter too much. Apart from it being a bit ugly. It might have to do another revision anyway if I've miscalculated something. So if you can't see a lot, but my first attempt at a vacuum hose spindle clamp. It is missing a tiny bit there. It's not milling anything. It's milling free space, but it shouldn't matter. The ultimate thing was to get your CNC to make the parts for a CNC. A new improved version of it, bigger. That'll be nice, wouldn't it? You can mill out all this stuff. Make some new bits. Make another one. Make another one and sell this one, yeah. It's doing quite well, really, considering I haven't clamped the material down enough the one side. It's looking well about just over a quarter way through. So it's all leading up to me getting on with my cowl project. So I got to mill wood soon. And that's much better than milling this plastic. It smells a bit. Smells a bit, this plastic. I've got to be careful when it does the last pass, or the last two passes, because it might be cutting it, starting to cut it out, and I've got no tabs on it. There's no tabs, so it'll be, I'm going to have to try and hold the piece still. Very difficult. So if you suddenly see me leaping towards it to hold it, they'll get too worried. I could do with a vacuum table, really. Stuck the piece down, held it still, rather than trying to clamp it. I was going to say there's less material coming off than I did the carousel, but this is a 2.8mm bit instead of the 4mm bit, or 3.9mm bit. Oh yeah, it's getting quite low now. Right, I might have to let go of the mouse now. So I've got to keep one hand on the stop button, and one hand on the material, and one hand on the Hoover, so I might have to forego the Hoover. Tell you what. I'm going to forego the vacuum cleaner. I've got to make sure this doesn't come apart well. I've got to keep my fingers out of the way as well. And get ready on the stop button. Easier said than done. If this piece starts to move freely, I'll go click stop first because it will eat through it. It'll eat through it, so gotta be careful. What I'll do is keep pressing it and seeing if it comes free. Keep my fingers out of the way. Don't know, hospital job. I can hear it now, cutting the last few bits. Gotta be an easy way, isn't there? I think I need to make myself a vacuum table. Yeah, I've made this hose carrier. So the next thing is a vacuum table. Right, it's about ready to come out. This is. And what'll happen, the middle bits will probably fall out. You can see there's all sorts of noises coming out of it now. You've got to be so careful. Keep my fingers out of the way. Now this centerpiece will probably pop out. No, it's still, yeah, it's just starting to come loose now. Just starting to come, yeah, it's just starting to come adrift. I've just pressed on stop. Oh, hang on. I just pressed stop by mistake, but it's probably a good thing. Yeah. Right, it's come free, so sort of. It's sort of come free. Hang on. I need it to mill that little piece off, so I'm going to click cycle start. Right, well, right. Let's just call it quits there. Call it quits while we're ahead. Right, it's loose anyway. I'm just going to back the spindle off out the way for a bit. Right. Let's just get my hand clean of the bits and switch the spindle off. Right, okay, so that was the first bit that fell out. It's a nice little circle, isn't it? Right. Bit like an eyepiece. Aye, aye. Yeah, do jokes as well. Right, so we're out. Sort of out. As you can see, oh, but not quite all the way out. It hasn't done the centre bit out, and this bit here, this bit's still attached, but it's about to fall off, which it has done. So I was trying to avoid having to just get rid of that little piece there, but all you do is press on it the opposite way, and it just comes off anyway. I'll just go over it with a bit of sandpaper or something. That's the bit that I told you that it wasn't getting. There's not enough material to do it, but I mean it's slightly out of shape. Doesn't matter. It still did the trick. Now I've got to get this middle bit out. What happened there? Oh, here we go. Hey, it's out. Yeah, it's out. I thought I was actually breaking it. I didn't realise it was coming out. Right, so there's a hell of a mess everywhere, as you can see. But you get the idea. So that's the drawing. Same way up as the drawing. Right. Hang on. Let's get back onto this drawing. Let's try and get it to scale. Is that to scale? No. Hang on. Yeah. So there it is. Imagine if you tried to make that. I'll tell you what. So I'll see if it fits. I've got a little bit of edge to smooth off here. But in theory, it should fit over the spindle, shouldn't it? Tell you what, let's try the hose pipe first, see how good it is. Right, vacuum should fit in this bit. Look at that. Look at that. Brilliant, eh? Now, when I drill that through and tighten it, will it clamp on it? Yeah, yeah, it's just right. Brilliant. Right, so next, let's bring the spindle over here so you can see it. Alright, I'm just bringing the spindle up this way a bit. Now, this is designed to go on here. Oh, look at that. Oh, it just fits, look. It doesn't even need clamping, but what a brilliant fit. So the hose will sit. Now, the only thing is, whether it's brittle and too brittle for a hose, the pressure of the hose pulling against it. Do you know what I mean? Let's have a look. So that will go into there, and that will be clamped there like that. Brilliant. I like it. So really, the vacuum is going to have to sit over the back somewhere. So this pipe is going to have to go with the umbilical here. Somehow be clamped away so it doesn't get in the way of the workpiece. Well, I'd say that was a success. Definitely a success. So let's just back it off a bit. And reset and unplug the spindle. Because the inverter makes a bit of a row. The fan on the inverter, that'll quieten down as soon as it kicks out. Yeah, gone. And I can close the program, shut down this little PC, and switch off that. So yeah. Okay, so this obviously it's got a bit of this way motion. See that? I don't know polycarbonate if it's got a bit of strength on it. So, you know, shear. I can never get this right on this. I don't know if it's got any shear capability or will it just snap there. I don't know. Right, switch off. That's it. It's a bit quieter now. Switch off all that stuff. Right, you know. Anyway, so let's just get this microphone sorted out again. It doesn't like me spinning around one way then the other. Okay, so yeah, that was a nice success. I've got a bit of a deburring tool here. I don't know whether we need it. It might just be beneficial to go around it. Just take any bits that are left off. Yeah, so I'm not sure on how if it's brittle, this stuff. Do you know what I mean? If it's actually the rest is okay, isn't it? Yeah, there's a little bit there. Polycarbonate, you're not supposed to be able to smash it, are you? But yeah, I don't know. We shall have to see. Yeah, slightly not the right shape. As you can see, I came off a bit of scrap material into mid-air. That should have been the same as up there, really. That should have been round like that as it is here, but it's, yeah, but it doesn't matter. It does the same thing, and it was made out of a bit of scrap, so that's the good thing. Right, okay. So now what I've got to do is get a drill and drill through there. Put a nut and bolt, and the same this side. Doesn't have to be a lot, just enough to clamp both sides. Clamp this side, clamp that side. Okay. Anyway, if I ever get round to doing that G code for the other stuff and put it onto a website, I'll probably put this on as well in case anyone else wants one. But it's only really any use to someone with one of these CNCs. Okay. Probably get one on Thingiverse. I bet you if I search one, I'd find one or someone's already made, you know. But I mean, it's not that difficult to make one yourself. You know, you can do it in SketchUp. Alright, I'll get the mess up later after the live stream's over. Alright, let's get back onto the other view. Okay, so there's that there. So, well, next time you see me milling out the wood, I'll be vacuuming at the same time. Okay, with a bit of luck. Yeah, with a bit of luck. Okay, I think that's going to about do this stream. That's an hour in. Okay. That is going to be it. Well, have I got anything else to tell you? I'm not sure. Don't think so. No, pretty much caught up with everything. Just need to get on with it. So anyway, I've been Dave from UPass on a Wednesday night live stream making a little spindle clamp for my vacuum cleaner hose pipe to be clamped to the spindle. Alright. That's it. Catch you later. Oh, hang on. I forgot to give you a bit of noise. You want to hear my intro, but it'll have to be an outro. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, I haven't got it. Where is it? Where's my intro as an outro? There it is. Here we go. Yeah. And also, I've got another one somewhere. There we are. Is a slightly different version of it. One of my modules I created, a Wi-Fi module. And a smaller version of the logo. Same music. Right, see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.